Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to day 2 of our Just for Today challenge. If you didn't catch day 1, be sure to check that out so you understand what we're doing, how we're doing it, all the things. But today we are going to pull another card. My challenge for myself is to pull 3 cards. This is Basil. She wanted to come and be with us for this part, apparently. But yesterday I pulled a card and it was New Moon in Gemini and it was talking about communication is key. So we sat together for a moment. I gave you all a small little glimpse into some of the initial thoughts that it gave me to consider and think about. And sorry, I'm going to turn off this alarm so it doesn't interrupt us. And so, what it did for me was really initially invite me to connect with my higher self, and throughout the day, I connected with other aspects of myself. And so, really taking a physical inventory and seeing how does my body feel. Do I need rest? Do I have energy? Can I complete some tasks? And yesterday, before I pulled the card, I was able to complete some tasks. And then, how am I thinking? How is my mental body, right? How are my thoughts? What am I focused on? What am I thinking about? What is taking my attention? And so I gave that some awareness and consideration yesterday as I communicated with these different parts of myself. So, my spiritual, but also my physical, my mental, my emotional, my intellectual. How was I feeling? I was doing in these different areas and dimensions. And what a beautiful reminder, self reminder to check in as I'm recording this. It is coming up on the end of the calendar year, and as we are approaching a new year, what better, beautiful way than to reflect on some of those or check in rather with some of those areas. And so, communication is simply making space to hear and be heard. And so, that's what I did with those different parts. And so, today, we'll see what the focus is. I'll share with you all, and I will invite you and remind you that you too can choose a totally different intention for these 3 days, right? You might choose to focus on a relationship or a money goal, a physical goal. My car went way over there, and so I gotta move Basil to get. All right. And so this one is from my Angels deck, and it says courage and bravery. And so this card for me really feels like it is important to receive what it is that we are supposed to do, the inspiration or the idea, the connections in network, but also it is important to take action on those things once we receive them. And that can be, for me at least, the more challenging part. If I get an idea, I am a writer, honey. I have notebooks and notebooks and notebooks and notebooks full of ideas and things that I think of, random sheets of paper that I use to write in notebooks, and like all the things. I am an ideas girly. My brain is constantly working on how could this work, and how does this work, and how are these things connected, and I wonder what that means. Super curious kind of mind, even though I don't have a ton of air in my chart. And what I learned about me is that I'm curious but more emotionally, because I have a lot of water in my chart. And so I'm curious about how people feel, how people act, and what drives or motivates people. And so I start that curiosity and exploring with myself, and having the courage to um, be curious in a world that tells you that curiosity killed the cat, aka stay your nosy ass in your lane. It can be super challenging to move beyond that and allow that real freedom to exist. And so for me, this courage and bravery is just a beautiful reminder that once we get the ideas, the inspiration, the acknowledgement or awareness of the thing, then it is up to us to be able to take the aligned action that fits for that. And for some, that might be having the courage to, um, you know, show up on camera without a script. It's me. And doing the thing, sharing the heart and essence of the things that you desire for the greater good, not because it's perfect, not because it's what someone um you know um is super impressed by or whatever, simply because it was a calling. Somebody needed to be reminded that just for today, they can do so many things that help them get towards their bigger goals. But if we aren't present in our power, then where the hell are we gonna go? Right? Or how are we going to feel when we get there? And so that's what this challenge is about. That's what this card brings me to. I'll continue to sit with it throughout the day and see how else that continues to show up for me. But I'm grateful and to my angels, to my higher self, to spirit, and to my physical self, that because I decided to take action on this idea, on this challenge of 3 days of reminding people, supporting people, guiding people, and doing it myself first, but supporting others in their journeys through the distractions of the world also. All right, boo, that is it. I love you. I thank you for joining me. If this resonated, feel free to drop in the comments what you're doing, how yesterday was for you, how today is going for you, and I will see you tomorrow for the final day of this 3 day challenge. But don't worry, if you loved this, then we have a 5 day and a 7 day challenge coming up. So enjoy these 3 days, enjoy day 2, and I will see you next time. I love you, and I will see you next time, like I've said 3 times. Peace.